Chael Sonnen with us on ESPN Radio, and he's one of the best talkers in the history of games. Chael Sonnen is, and yet Conor McGregor is better than he is at this. And I say that with real respect because Chael Sonnen got himself a whole lot of fights with his mouth. So, Chael, thank you for being on with us. Do you believe that Conor is better at selling a fight than you are?
Man, I sure enjoy him. I thought there was a couple of guys. It was always hard for me to watch myself. I appreciated that compliment. I'm a sucker for any compliment. But I never really got that one, and I never really cared. I was in there for championships, man. They don't give championships for that. But I do appreciate the entertainment value that Conor and I think Floyd's been doing his part too, Dan. I don't think this has been as one-sided as other people. I think it's been a real good press tour.
Well, what do you think, though, of the idea that Conor McGregor is getting $100 million plus for this fight?
Yeah, well, I love it. I mean, those deals are just structured the way that they are. His guarantee's a little bit smaller, but by my own math, I think he'll end up with about 115, and after taxes and splits and everything, I think he personally walks away with $50 million, and most people would never see the bottom of that pile. He will. He's a knucklehead with his money. That'll be gone in a couple of years, but it's still exciting.
Is he? Wait a minute. He's a knucklehead? Who are you talking about there? Because they're both knuckleheads with their money, but who are you talking about there? You're talking about Conor?
I was talking about, I was referring to Conor, but I will drink to your point. As far as money goes, they both have some weaknesses. And, it's really not a matter of how much money you made. It's how much money did you keep. And that seems to be the formula that all athletes get wrong.
When you hear McGregor trying to get under Mayweather's skin with some of the comments, racially tinged comments, is that pure McGregor, or do you sense that anything is contrived here, that anything is sort of scripted almost?
Well, you always come on with your script. You always come out with your high points and the things you're going to say. And politicians that go on stage and battle one another, it is no different. And every now and then, you got to go in the back and shake your speechwriter because he said something that made you step on a landmine. But, I think that most of it's just free. And as far as the race, I'm pushing back on that. Floyd did too. Floyd went on TMZ, and he was the first to defend Conor. So I haven't really liked it when people said that he did something that was racist. These are two guys in the spirit of hail fellow well met, because don't forget, while they are going to fight with their heart and soul on August 26th, they're business partners. Conor's not going to come out and purposely say something, race. I hate the word racist. It's the worst thing a person can be, and I'm not ready to go there.
Well, but hold on a second, though, Chael. Like, you can't refer to the scene in Rocky where they go back to Apollo Creed's gym and all the guys are black. You can't refer to it as the dancing monkeys scene in that movie. Like, I'm not interested at all in calling Conor McGregor a racist either. But the fighting sports traffic in this stuff in a way that always profits for the fighting sports.
Yeah, I hear the example that you made, but I was speaking specifically to Conor on stage, and I believe what we're talking about is when Floyd started dancing and Conor said, "Yeah, dance for me, boy." I don't think Mayweather took it as racist. I know he did it because he defended it and said he did it on TMZ, and I don't think the rest of us should go there either. These are two guys having some fun, putting on a show. Nobody was upset. Let's keep that word out of it as long as we can.
Well, we can't, though, because they're going to keep trafficking in this, and I understand why you would say that. You're in the privileged position of being the white man.
But I'm taking the same stance as Floyd. When I've got Floyd on my side of this, I think I'm going to win the argument.
All right, well, here's Conor's retort to the whole thing, which isn't exactly excellent.
Let's address the race. A lot of media seem to be saying I'm against black people. That's absolutely ridiculous. Do they not know I'm half black? Yeah. I'm half black from the belly button down.
Let's just stare at each other awkwardly.
Yeah, man, I was just hoping we could move on.
Yeah, I gathered as much. All right, let's move it on. Chael Sonnen with us on ESPN Radio. When did you decide, how did you decide, okay, the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be a big mouth for profit. I'm going to get, because you got yourself title fight after title fight with your mouth.
So I would tell you this, the profit part of it just came. The intent was just to get attention, and I never made a decision as much. I mean, when I was a little kid, I would watch guys, and there were some guys that stood out, and there were some guys that didn't. And most people, you'll be stunned, fight fans, fighters, executives and promoters within the industry don't understand why people are watching. They still think it's about the punches and the kicks. But, man, there's a lot of channels putting on guys punching and kicking. It's never been about that. It's always been about the entertainment. It's 80% entertainment, 20% sport, and maybe more lopsided than that. So I just got that. I just understood because that's what I liked as a kid. I liked a guy that would tell me when he was fighting and why, and tell me why it should matter. And sometimes it did, and sometimes it was a miss, and it just didn't. But at least he gave me the opportunity. And I think that's what influenced me anymore. I've heard you say that it was, mouthpiece for money and stuff. And you're not wrong because, that did end up being a byproduct. But that was never the initial thought.
Well, but also, though, you've put it away in this second reemergence. We've talked about some of this before. I missed the Chael Sonnen who would come on here and call me a charlatan and hang up on me and would do, like, you put that away for polished broadcaster. And I like the other guy more. But this guy's good, too. But the other guy was more entertaining.
Hey, I appreciate you saying that, and there's a truth to it, man. When they put me in a fancy suit and handed me a script, they made me soft. And believe me, I felt it as much as anybody. I used to wake up angry every day at this sport, and I could whip all these guys, but I couldn't get my opportunity, and I knew it was true, and I was genuinely mad about it, and I was telling anybody that would listen. And you're right, there is a refinedness that came when you sign those contracts, and now you represent something bigger. And I feel it, and I don't like this new guy either. Believe me.
No, I like him.
I'm not crazy about new Chael either.
I like him. I like new Chael, just not as much as I like bad Chael.
Well, bring back the bad Chael for a minute.
Yeah, can you bring? Oh, you're summoning bad Chael for a minute.
Bring back bad Chael just for a minute. Like have an exchange with Levitard.
Excuse me. I will tell you this, though. I do have a different, you said Conor was better. I happen to agree. I happen to enjoy Conor as well, and maybe even a couple guys in front of me. What I don't love is the profanity. Now, everybody's got their own way of doing it. I just like to see the intelligence of it. There's no intelligence in profanity. I like to pull that back a little bit. So there's two different molds there, but even Conor went and took a dress. He started dressing up in certain suits and tailored suits. Now he's got his own suit line. I mean, he did take it to another level. I can remember the day, the bow tie and the accent with the tattoos coming up your neck. You're looking going, oh, my gosh, there's nothing to see here. But all of a sudden, people are copying that look. And as long as you're winning, as long as you're on top, that's pretty cool. One day, his career is going to end the same as every other fighter's, which is face down, carried out, and embarrassed. And all of a sudden, he's still got a tattoo on his neck. So you make the judgment for the future how that one's going to work out. But for now, let's have some fun.
I love that Chael Sonnen has become now the comedian who likes other comedians who could work clean because it's harder to work clean. He's absolutely right that McGregor's cursing is a absolute crutch that allows him more room to work when he's not being clever. But you still didn't know what Cody requested of you, which is we'd like a minute of, can bad Chael come out of retirement for 45 seconds and rip me as the interviewer saying that Floyd Mayweather isn't going to allow Conor McGregor to punch him one time during this fight?
I will tell you, Chael P doesn't manufacture conflict. I just exemplify it when it's there. So, no, I don't have a switch that I can flip. I would love to talk about the fight with you, gentlemen, because the one thing that nobody wants to seem to talk about is the entire integrity of the sport of boxing is on the line. And boxing is a French sport at best. The NCAA does not recognize it. There is no high school within this country that recognizes it. A lot of people think that's because it's dangerous. It's not. The NCAA does not feel it's a real sport. The only governing body with any type of validity or integrity that will still contest boxing
my way.
Is the
my way, Sonneton. Sonneton. You charlatan. That's Sonnen and charlatan combined together. Sonneton. My way, not your way. My way.
Who gave you a speaking role in this? You realize the only reason people are listening is because Chael is here. If I was you, I'd have a little bit more hat in my hand, if you will.
Yes, that's how you do it, Sonnen. You rise up above me and you make me feel like the tiny pissant media member that I am. Rise up, Sonnen. Old Sonnen. Evil Sonnen. Where is he?
Are you done? Are you through?
Yes.
Are you ready for me to finish my brilliant point that nobody else will give you because nobody else is as intelligent?
Yes.
The integrity of boxing is on the line. You've got a guy who has never lost to professional boxing versus a guy who has never done professional boxing. If this fight ends any other way than quickly and devastatingly and for Floyd, boxing is done.
The other way. The other way.
That was annoying.
All right. You're right. What happened to us feuding?
But Tard, you have to understand, you can't just insert yourself. You somehow do make believe that you are a worthy opponent. That, like, in the past when we've gone toe-to-toe was somehow tit for tat, and it wasn't. I destroyed and embarrassed you, forced you to edit clips before you would even release them to somehow give yourself the high hand and the final word. And even through your editing process, even through your delayed reaction and able to get your thoughts together,
Yes!
you still came up short.
Yes!
I'm saying reality. I'm not going heel on you right now. I'm just saying there are times that I come on the show and you're like, come on, Chael, give it to me, as though it was a worthy battle the first time. It's 10-0 Sonnen. It's not like I'm saying something brilliant, you're saying something brilliant. I mean, even today, you want to get into a scumbag move, I come on and you try to, right away, you insert.
Turn him down! Turn him down! I've got